Show me.
out of that.
It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and end. It's been such a long time since Boston left the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
Happy Monday.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all fired up today, Tom. I'm all fired
Yeah,
up
it's a
today.
good day. It's a good day. It's a good day.
It's got a short week. We had Thanksgiving on Wednesday, Thursday. I mean,
Ooh, got a new
um,
member. Good citizen. Thank you.
right off the fucking bat. I like it.
Dang.
And
Wow.
all the kids are off from school.
Yep. Family
just
gets together and everybody
all the
eats.
kids,
And
all the kids are back from college, partying up a little bit. I used to remember those days. Used to hang out in your old town, and everybody come home for Thanksgiving weekend, and
they all went to one bar.
Yep.
Everyone went to one bar, and
it was like another reunion. Like, it was a good time, man.
you
Good
catch
time.
up with the old people. We just had something like that last weekend, Mike. It was pretty good.
Oh, you don't say. You want to talk about it?
Sure. Why do you want to know?
I'm just so
It was amazing.
proud. I'm proud is what I want to say, that you were able to go to that and just get recognized for all the hard work you've done throughout the movement, dude. Like, I'm not gonna be selfish. I've seen that you do your work, and I've seen you, mornings when it's cold, mornings when it's hot, out there every day doing your shit. And I think you going there and networking with the people that you've seen on camera and that you've talked to, and they've seen you and they've talked to you now, and now they understand you a little bit better. I just think it was a good movement altogether, and not to mention that the Reeds were there, and every content creator, Las Vegas, the Glare, Brian, Mike from Young Jerks. I mean, I can keep going, but you know what? Like you were talking this morning, you couldn't get everybody there. You wish you could, right? I
Listen,
wasn't even there. I wasn't even there. Okay, so just so you guys know, I couldn't go.
if you look at any of the video, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the capacity was there. I mean, you're counting heads at this point. So, like, I don't think you physically could have put any more people there.
Yeah, so if
So,
people ask, no, do you feel slighted or not at all, man?
no.
This is like the best thing. This is the best thing that could have happened for us.
This unified us, if
Yeah,
anything,
yeah,
right?
yep,
And
yep.
and I understand the other side. Been there. I already been there, right? I understand where they're coming from, right?
hmm
And it's not personal. It's not. It's about logistical wise, right? You know,
Hey, but the good thing is,
you got to. I don't understand. You can't. You want to. You want to.
but the
And
good thing is, you have another date coming up on the 8th of December where we have an open space area where there's no limit per se, right?
none.
So that's
None.
so if you want to go into that, I'm sure a lot of people that were there Saturday night are going to be there on the 8th as well.
Yep.
A
A lot of
if they can
people.
make it.
Yep.
Yeah. So just a heads up to that, if we could really Karen could use the support.
Yep.
But on December 8th, all the proceeds are going to help her with the defense fund, and Tom has been putting a lot of work in behind the scenes that you guys probably don't even know about, even myself, and even the mods. The mods on our channel, there's nobody better, man. Even on and off camera, they're awesome. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? All right.
Yep. So we're all working to try and make it a successful thing for Karen. So I mean, this is, you want to support Karen. This is how you do it, right?
Right.
Right.
And and just on X Sunday morning when I woke up, and just seeing all the good vibes, man, all the
Oh,
good
everybody,
people,
bud. It was so nice. It really was.
right? I mean, there's so many good people there doing the right, and like you forget how many people are actually coming together for one movement, and it's very good to see that you're able to sit down, have a Turtle Boy would say, have a meal of food, and like
Right.
talk and go
Food was
outside. Have,
great. The food was
yeah.
really good. Right.
Tell them about the comedy stuff. Tell like what happened. That was good. That's a good story.
This is how I remember it. Preface it that way.
Okay.
The comedian was dynamite. Okay. Local guy. Knew about everything. Like he was in the know. Started making fun of Aiden. Started making fun of somebody else. Him and Erica Madden were going back and forth, which was good to see, right? And next thing I know, Mr. Reed's up there with the microphone, and I don't even think the comedian was done with his set. Like I didn't think I felt he wasn't done with it because he was still going, right? And all of a sudden, there's Mr. Reed with the microphone, and that's when stuff just blurs. It gets like
Yeah.
up, right? And he
Right.
mentioned everybody, and like Mazza was there. Mazza, man, that boy's tall. He is,
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah.
man.
He can ball too. He can play.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's fun to talk to him, and then to see him get recognized, right? And then I'm like,
Yeah.
right? He went to Aiden first, and he gave Aiden a lot of accolades, which 100% deserved, right?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
he was right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and like it wasn't even scripted. It just come from his heart, and you could tell he
Right.
was sincere with what he was saying. So, and then he went to like Mazza, and then went to Mike from Young Jerks and Brian, and I'm like, all right, cool. He's gonna miss me, right? And then he called me, and I stood up and just did that and sat back down, and man, just blows me away at that point.
Just be recognized like that, Tom. I mean, from the leader of a family that's going through what they're going through, and he recognizes what we're doing, what you're doing, especially you, Tom. I've said it all along that Tom has been there from when the bracelets went on. Tom was there.
Karen said to me that I'm like the news. I am the only news channel. Like I am Tom the News.
You're live.
Like otherwise, what do people see? They're not going to see it on Channel 5. You don't.
Right.
You're not going to see it on Channel
Nope.
7.
Nope.
So at least that people see what's going on with their own eyes, right? So like Karen gets it. She understands that. And, as a matter of fact, I held the door for her walking in to the restaurant, right? Her family. I mean, I love her mom. Her mom's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But so her dad's talking, right? And he recognizes everybody, and next thing I know, right? Auntie Deb has the mic. Absolutely crushed it.
He's in
crushed it.
Full Auntie Bev outfit
Full,
right there.
like absolutely. Even Crab walked out of there. Mike, just as good, if not better, than the comedian we just had, right?
Oh my
just
God.
knocked it out of the park. What an absolute amazing job that he did.
Right.
Just I can't put it into words. He was so good.
That's funny shit right there.
It was just it lit the room up with even more energy than it had.
That's impossible. Wow.
I'm telling you, bud. It was some special stuff going on there. And we all got together. Like we all like I would say we not that we weren't focused, but we're focused.
Now you're like uber focused, right?
And we all see the same thing. And I'll tell you, when Karen Reed took the mic,
oof,
dude, I'm telling you right now, that girl, you will definitely forever from this point on, you will never not know that girl's name. And it will not have to do with the murder, with the John O'Keefe thing. I guarantee you that. She's got plans. And there's nothing to do with this old stuff. Like this, she can't be, not that she can't be bothered with this, but like to her, for whatever reason, she believes in her attorneys and whatnot, right? So she's looking at what next. What's
Right.
down the road for me? What am I gonna do? Right, dude. Look out.
It's wide open.
Whoa. Whoa. No. She's got a plan.
Well, yeah, I've thought of like what she could do, like what she give back, like do like a college tour, talk about law. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but you haven't told me,
Like,
and that's kind of
listen,
cool.
she made a comment about the Innocence Project, right? There are people that are in jail now just because they can't post bail. Not that they're
That's right.
they're innocent or guilty, right? Just because they can't post bail.
That's right.
Right.
That's
She
not right.
sees that, bud. Like she's very like she's open to all that stuff. So I think you'll see something maybe.
Afterwards,
I don't see how you can't
I can't get over
being wrongly accused, right? She
Right.
knows that she knows the deal. She knows so
Yeah.
again, right? When it comes to Karen Reed, like you take all your chips and you just
all in.
you're all in that and
Yeah.
let's go, right?
Yeah. That's
And
awesome, man.
it's that good and that easy.
Yeah. Well, you started the weekend off right. You gave Turtle Boy that painting or that picture.
Oh,
He
did you
loved
see
it.
that? That was beautiful. So
Yeah.
here's the story behind that.
That was awesome.
So this is the twin to that painting, by the way.
Where?
This one here,
With
the one
you
of me and Rita. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yeah. That's awesome.
Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
So the painter, the lady who did the painting itself, this is the painting.
Is it Latina? Is that her name? Am I saying
No.
Okay.
This is A-Rod from New York.
Okay. That's what I
All right.
said. Okay. Yeah.
She had this done, and she had the other one done that had Bradle, me in the background with the flag,
Right.
and Aiden walking across the street. And it was such like I won't say an iconic picture, but it was like an awesome freaking picture.
Right.
But when the lady painted it, she painted it with Aiden and Tim. And that's cool because that came out like perfect. Like that part was great.
Right.
And then she signed all three people's at the bottom and never painted me into it. So it was a picture of, yeah. So I get this delivery and I have both paintings.
Right.
And I'm like, because she wanted one to go to me and one to Aiden.
Oh, okay. That was the plan. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
This is for me and Rita. This
Yep.
is me and Rita.
Yep.
And
Okay.
the other one was going to Aiden. So when
Right.
I get the delivery, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm explaining this. This is beautiful. And like, this is perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to explain the other one. And she's like, no. That's not what it is. Because she's trying to tell me what she had painted.
Okay.
But what I looked at was just Aiden and Tim Bradle. And it came out great. And I'm trying, and she's like, no. It wasn't even supposed to go to me. So she was distraught because she tried so hard to do such an awesome thing. And it's just, so I told her I'd take care of it. So I had that.
Right.
And I waited to give it to him at the right time. So
Well, yeah, it was at the right time, and you caught it on film, and the actual look in his face of pure enjoyment and surprised, and how happy he was, Tom. I can't tell you. I was like, wow, he's really happy about that.
listen,
Yeah.
it shows him and Tim walking into the courthouse that morning facing this nonsense, right? I mean, it's like an iconic picture. You can't get away without like that. That is part of this whole thing, that picture itself.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's part of the whole, right. Exactly.
Yeah,
that is one of the images
right.
And the painting come out freaking beautiful.
Right.
So it worked out. Like it worked out perfectly the way that God had it work out. And
I tell you,
we have wonderful people like A-Rod who had it even done. I would never have thought of having something this nice. Right.
I know,
And even that's why he looked at it and he's like, you got to see it in person, Mike. It's really freaking nice, you know.
I tell you, man,
Oh.
it looked great on camera. It looked really good on camera. And I've seen the real picture where it was actually taken.
Yes.
So I know that picture. Maybe I can post it later or something. But I know the picture you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. We have to get one with Bedrow maybe later on. Maybe she can do one with Bedrow. Be kind of cool.
Again, you know, like the people out there, like the people listening right now, are they're the ones that do this stuff. It's amazing. You know.
That's true. Yep, that's true. So what we got on board today? We got a court case with KP? Is that what's
No, that has been rescheduled. No
Again?
KP case today. Yep, reschedule.
So what we got going on today? We got any court cases?
I don't. How about you?
how, how, how are we just finding out about this now? I don't know, right? That's
don't
so
know.
weird. She had one canceled on Friday, or was that just a mistake, or was it supposed to happen on Friday, or then it went to Monday? And I don't know. That's weird. I thought for sure.
There's some sketchy
Oh
stuff
God.
going on there. I just.
Oh, okay. Okay. Imagine
But
if she flipped. Imagine if she flipped. And great conversation with Grant you had over the week too last week.
yeah, me and Grant. You know, it's funny because people notice it. And tell you, you want to know who noticed that conversation? Melanie Little. Melanie Little made a comment about me and Grant having a conversation, right?
Right.
First off, I'm like in shock. Like
That's Melanie Little.
I said, like
You like, can I just touch your face?
Mike, no. I'm like I'm one of the smaller people in the room.
Yeah, I would think
Right.
so.
So she makes a comment about the Grant thing, and I'm thinking, she's absolutely right. I can disagree with him. I just got to go on to a different topic. Right. And he'll come back around to it. Right. So, again, I mean, I'm just floored because, you're doing the right thing when people come up and say, hey, have my coffee with you. I love you and Mike, and you guys are great and stuff. People, I got a message, Mike. Somebody said that we should do this every day. People want to see this every day. Like,
well, it's a lot of work,
well,
but I do it.
I'll tell you this though. I don't want to make a promise, but this is a thought. Like, do the whole Karen thing. If this goes back to trial, if it gets to that point, right? So do a day. Come back and just review it.
Okay.
And follow along with it, because
I got you.
when I'm there, I can't watch and talk to people and look at their signs, and I can't. I like what I do. I lose what's happening in the courtroom.
Gotcha.
So
you're saying like have
just like a recap.
So are we going to stream the trial live on this year if it comes up?
Yes.
Okay, and then have you in between and stuff and going around.
Just like last time, every day. Heads up, everybody, so you all know. If the mods can handle it, I think they can hang with us.
Yeah, I think so too, dude.
But tomorrow, practice run. There's court tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow's Dedham with Karen.
Yeah. Oh, what's up with that?
I think it's one of the pre-trial things, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. It's something. I know tomorrow we go to court.
Is it 10 a.m. or is it 2 o'clock?
I think that was at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I remember Bev saying it was around Thanksgiving again. I remember that. Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I do.
Motion here on Broken Baker.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Was it Rule 17 stuff or was it?
Yes. I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
Okay. And 10 o'clock. Please, Broken Baker's on top of this shit.
He's good, man. See?
Yeah. It's a community out here, man.
And think about that. We have all of us working this one thing. What if we put all this effort into something else, like another case, right?
It has to be local for me to be into it. You know what I mean? I know there's a big picture out there, but I'm not there yet.
RC Inside is onto something. Remember Molly Bish?
Yeah.
Just poof, disappeared. Found her dead 3 miles away.
Yep. Hunters found her. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Imagine that. That's a lot to go, man. Imagine being a mom.
She didn't do that to herself.
I'd jump on that one, bro. I'd jump on
and then the guy said he admitted to it, but he couldn't have because of where he was or something like that, right?
Yeah, it was a false
part of it.
Yeah, false confession, right?
Yeah, wasn't that something like that?
He was in another state at the time or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get our facts straight on that one. But I have to. I know it's been on TV and they go through it again, and you see the loss on the parents' family, and
Well,
drop.
listen,
Yeah,
it's coming up to Thanksgiving, right? How
right.
much you want to bet that the smiley face guy hits again? Isn't he
Oh yeah,
due? Isn't he due
yeah.
for body in the river?
I bet you. I bet you he's already done it.
We just haven't
Honestly,
heard about it.
right. Or because they marked it up to an accident or something. You know what I mean?
That's what
So
they do.
it
They put
take
it to bed that way, right? Makes no
that
paperwork.
right. But we totally understand the decomp part of the whole thing, which makes it, and we're laymen, and when it comes to that stuff, body of the water has to look a certain way over a certain amount of time, and none of these match up. So I don't understand why the police can't see that.
Listen,
And
me and Mike had a professional person who goes and actually takes and touches that body. Not everybody can go touch a body. We spoke to someone that has the ability to do that.
it doesn't match up.
No,
No, it's weird. And there's something happened in Boston.
always near the bars in Boston, right?
That one spot in Charles River near the State Police Barracks.
Yep.
There's way too many coincidences. Just way too many coincidences on that one. So that's a good. I'm halfway through that book, man. That it's a good read, but it's a lot, like you said.
Yeah, it is.
You got to reference another case, and a lot of them happen in upstate United States, like in Michigan and stuff like that. There's a lot of, but I
But a lot of them happen around us too, Mike.
Oh yeah,
That's the thing.
all right. If you're not familiar with it, it's good. Man, it'd be a good week to check it out, man. There's a couple of documentaries out there about it, the Smiley Face Killer.
And we had him here. He was great. He was freaking awesome.
And he said he'd come back on anytime. We just need to get better questions for him. I think we had him jumping around and talking about different cases. I think we had a more structured case.
Problem that we're running into is they're marking these guys as suicides that are in the water.
Accidental.
All right. Yeah. Oh, but we got nowhere to go. We got nothing.
Right.
Oh, I can't do that. No. No, just
Oh man. Anyways, I enjoyed it because it opened my eyes up, and I started watching the on YouTube or whatever it was, the actual cases. And there's one on they have like a couple of detectives from New York that come in. They actually come to Boston, and the one that happened in Boston, if it was to happen, and where they found the body would have had to float backwards against the current. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense at all. And I was like, he's right. And the guy actually got in the water with a wetsuit and floated in the Charles River, went the opposite way. But they found the body backwards from where the body allegedly went into the water. Doesn't make sense, Who are you waving to? All the people in the chat?
Remember our mod? Remember the mod we had on the other day? She's in the back room, and I can't pull her up.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just waving to her, so just to let her know that I say hi, and I see. Yep, more. Listen, we'll talk to you guys later. You guys behave.
Mike, finish the book. I will. I'm gonna try to finish the next. Well, I just had a lot. I'm not gonna get excuses, but I had some others, whatever. But yeah, it's sitting right on my coffee table. I pick it up and I'll bang out, a chapter or two, and it sucks you in. But if you watch the documentary on it, it's pretty fucking crazy, man.
It is crazy.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's all college kid, young adult males. It's a certain demographic. It's not anybody different. It's not a female. It's not an older man. It's not a young kid. It's a fucking 20-something-year-old young man, physically fit, either attending college or going to a college bar. So watch out for all you people that have kids in Boston right now going or whatever school. Watch out for your drinks, because that's how he does it.
He pops you. That's right.
Yep.
And so there was something, I saw something about that, about putting in people's drinks or something. I did see something about that, Mike.
Yeah.
They were spiking the drinks.
Yeah. And well, he's taking down some pretty big dudes, some physically fit, like
athletic people, right?
Yeah. He's not picking on some, guy like the size of me or something. He's jacking people up, man. And they don't know how he does it. There's no strike marks usually on the body. It's usually just a drowning, and there's no like a hit to the head. There's been a couple of shots to the back of the head, and they think, well, he fell and then into the water. But the decomp doesn't line up with the timeline of the way that he went missing. So if he went missing on a Friday on the 1st and they find him like on the 30th, well, the decomp only looks like he's been in the water for 5 days, but he's been gone for 30.
Right.
So
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, the idea is someone's being held somewhere, and things are getting done to this person, in live streamed. It's a fetish. I don't know. That's my theory on it. We can get into it more, but we have some other stuff if you want to talk about it. But get the book. I ordered it. The Smiley Face Killer. The guy's really intelligent. He's done a bunch of documentaries.
Yep.
I don't have his name in front of me.
Very smart guy.
Right.
All right. So you guys want? I got some pictures. You guys want to see some pictures from that I took?
Yeah, Mrs. Monty. Yeah, he did one from the Boston Garden. You're right. Yep.
Yep.
Actually, the kid survived. Actually. Go ahead.
That's right.
What do you got?
I guess I took some pictures and like it wasn't the type of event where everyone had their phones out, right? It was really, really nice to see that it was you were too personal with each other to be on your phones. So it was really nice to see that.
That's good.
Yeah, it was really nice. But when I think when Mr. Reed came out and he started talking, people that had their phones grabbed their phones and recorded some of it. But again, people were taking pictures with each other too. So that's kind of where this all started. So I got some pictures I'll share with you guys.
That's the world we live in, Tom.
Yeah.
On X, there was some videos of him and stuff. It's a good picture.
Yeah.
Is that
Dana and Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just stuff like this, Mike. It was what a great night, right? More fans.
Nice, man.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah. There's Scott. Right there's Scott to the right.
Oh, it's Scotty Boy.
That's a good picture of all three of us, isn't that?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, man.
I'm glad Scott was there. Yeah, I'm glad he was there.
I'm glad he's on the front lines. Like,
yep.
Nothing gets overlooked because I know what he does. You know what he does, and we go to him, right? We know he's there. We'll send him a link and say, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" He'll jump right on. You have the standouts, court dates. He'll do anything. You know what I mean? It's like he's just like you, Tom. He wants to be there.
So these people, let me tell you about these. What a wonderful couple, right? She's a sweetheart. I sat next to her, and he is beyond talented. He wrote the song that Aiden uses when he opens up, the Bang Bang song. Okay. He wrote that. So I think he's making the new one. Like he's that talented. Like he's got those. Like he's just got that. So it was really nice to finally meet. Name with a face, right?
Right.
They live really close, really close to. So it's local, nice.
Good.
Very nice people. Miss Melanie Little. Talk about being in greatness. Like listen, like when you're around her, Mike. Like, I don't know. She's smart
all the time.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
And she's been wearing a baseball hat lately. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like the. Well, she went to Colorado. I like it. There's a good picture.
Good. Aiden and Paul. Big part of this.
Yep.
And if you look over here, right? See, there's Karen and there's people all around her. There's like 3 rows deep, right? Yep. And you can't get. You'll see the other pictures, but there's a lot of people. Mazza.
Are you standing on a chair right now?
No, I think he squats down. He hunches down a little bit when he does that. He did it with Aiden. He hunches.
Yeah.
He's a huncher.
Yeah. He's a big dude.
He really is. Great picture of him right there.
There's Auntie Deb in the background.
Yep, right there. I'm telling you, killed it. He was so good right there, my guy. So good, man. 5 stars, hands down. Great.
He looks like a funny bastard.
Yeah, and there you go. And that was the night.
Those are only pictures. Those pictures you only took.
Yes.
Wow.
I got the Las Vegas cops. Wait a minute. Let me make sure.
No. I'm just saying, like you weren't focused on taking pictures. You're more or less networking and talking to people and seeing how you doing. I watch you all the time. Or
yes,
love to have you on, or vice versa. Smoke the peace pipe with a couple of people, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Right? Just sure. Just touch base with everybody. These guys were great. These are the LV cops, right?
Right.
Mike, these guys are absolutely hands down just like the nicest guys.
They look like it. Yeah.
If you got pulled over, or if you're in a problem or in a pinch, these are the people you want to come. These are the two good guys, if that makes sense. Like they're the good ones. You either are a good cop or a bad cop. There's no middle. These both are really good guys. So
when it's
lucky.
saying that all good cops hate bad cops, right?
Bingo.
So these guys are good. They hate the bad ones, right? That's how I always heard.
They are so good. They are so nice.
Now they're new to this whole YouTube and the channel. They're newer, right? They're not.
Well, I think everyone here is new, right? There's no manual on how to do YouTube, right? Or
it's true.
You kind of bump around in the whole YouTube world until you find something that I guess you can do.
No, yeah.
Like,
I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting there talking to you.
Of all things,
right? Yeah, never thought of it. Never came to my mind.
No. And think of the people that you know now that you didn't know.
Yeah, people are asking if Olivia Nile was there.
You know what? She could have been there. I could have met her. I could have sat across from her. I mean,
she's still a mystery. She's still a mystery.
I'll tell you this. I hope she was there.
And
I'll tell you, if just for the reason that she felt the love that was in that room, and she felt the unity, and she felt, I want to say, the strength. Like, Mike, you don't push all your chips in unless you kind of have that ace in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And you know there's another one there, and you got one. Like, you know the table, right? You don't do that.
I got you. I'm feeling it, man.
Yeah.
You were all in when you walked in.
Yeah.
You're like,
that's easy. Yeah. It's watching everybody else. I'm like,
so
you're in. You're in.
Table. Who was at the table?
All right. So it was Brian and his friend, Brian LTL.
Yeah.
And then we sat with Mizzy. She was dynamite. She was wonderful. Dana and Tracy were next to us. And that other couple that made the song.
Oh man, that must have been a good conversation.
It was just, and everything just flowed, and the food was great, and you know who really killed it and knocked it out of the park? Kelly Reed. Kelly Reed, hands down. It doesn't happen without Kelly Reed.
That's good.
The donations, Mike, that the people like Melanie brought these 2 baskets with like full of merch, like you had to pick it up. Full of Melanie Little stuff, right? She had 2 baskets, big ones,
right?
Not just LV Cops had a basket. Like, people just donated so much nice stuff,
right? What'd you do? Did you collect money? People buying stuff there, or how did it work out?
Well, I went and I bought tickets,
right?
Okay, and there's bags in front of each thing. So, like the Melanie Little merchandise in the basket. You take one of your tickets and you put it in the bag.
Oh,
so at the end of the night, they go to the bag, they mix the tickets up, and they pull out a number. If you match, you win.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. They do that at golf tournament. They do it at golf tournaments too.
It's really easy. It's fair. It works for everybody, and it just gets it done. But again,
so you buy the ticket up front, and then you hold on to it. Then they have you walk the line, you put whatever ticket you like into what bag, and you wait down for them to be called. That's a smart move. They do that at golf tournaments all the time. That's good. Yeah.
And the people that donated, Mike.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Mike from the Young Jerks had this poster, right? The Young Jelly one. You see that one walking the dogs?
Yeah. It's good, man.
There's something about that. I don't know what it is, but that poster is it fits for whatever reason. Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but no, it was nice just to spend time with Mike and Brian. Not in this world, not in this YouTube world. We weren't talking through phones, or microphones, we're talking as people now, right? And everybody was doing that. Like nobody had phones, guy. It was really
interesting.
Strange. Like that part was strange,
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Knack. Thank you very much, dear. Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick Knack. And then Brian LTL had the LV cops on
Yep.
the following day.
It was
That was good.
on their way to the airport. They stopped
That's all.
because it's right the highway where he is, and
Yeah,
stopped into
yeah.
a studio. Talk about freaking awesome, right?
That's good.
And
That
now
was
guess
good.
what? Brian
What?
now gave them more information. Think of that airplane ride back to Vegas.
That's right.
You know
Yeah.
they were yip yapping back and forth. I mean, think of the notes they were taking on each other, right? I mean that. Watch
networking.
them guys. Watch them two guys. They're gonna come back with all sorts of stuff we haven't even thought about, Mike. That they know.
From a cost
Processing
perspective.
stuff. Yes.
Perfect. I like
I
that.
asked them if they went to 32. They said, "Yep." I said, "You go to 34." Yep. So they saw the deputy chief,
Oh, no shit.
and
Oh,
they
good
saw
for them.
34 in the flagpole because
Now
they're
they can
cops.
talk-
Look at the cameras. Like it's looking right there.
Now and when they talk about it, they can actually say I was there. I saw how far apart the yard is. I saw
That camera caught that. No
That's a
doubt
good job.
about it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's all. I'm so glad that I
So,
didn't even think of that. That's a good
First
idea.
thing I asked them is just look at the deputy chief's house.
Right. Yeah.
They said, yeah, they see it.
Yeah.
They just shake their head.
Right.
And like, what do they, Mike? What do they know what to do?
Oh, they know.
Again, there's no manual for this, right? And like, you know, the what's it, Gonzo?
Yeah.
You know, he said it to me. He looks at me, he says, "Yeah, the rookie's gonna go arrest the chief, right?" And we just both started laughing because it's ludicrous to even.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice but a fall in line.
That's right. I never thought of it that way. See,
What are you gonna arrest the chief?
deputy chief. Yeah. Yep. Right. He'll laugh at you. Get the fuck out of here. Right.
Get out of here.
You know?
So he gets the understanding level of law enforcement, we'll say here, about that's just how that is here. That's so
I get it, man. I understand. Like, and it's good to see it from a cop's perspective, and like a cop that's never been there before. Like, what would you do when you arrived on the scene if
you want me to
this
give
was
you a
the
what
real-
if? Listen to the
Yeah.
story, Mike.
Yeah.
You want to be a cop?
Okay,
Really?
I'll-
You want to be a cop?
oh no, I don't actually.
So yeah, you do. You want to be a cop. You want to be the best
Okay.
cop you can. You want to help everybody
Okay.
because you're one of them nice guys, okay?
Okay.
And you go to school and you work your way up and you're a sergeant and you do all those long hours, you do those midnight to 8s, you do your job, you teach the young kids coming in what's right and what's wrong. Don't do this, don't do that, don't ask questions about that. That's, you know, he wants to become chief now.
Kelleher, right?
Nope, this is somebody else.
Okay.
He takes the test to become chief with 3 other people. One of them's got political power. The other one doesn't. Now, midnight to 8, a guy shows up at his girlfriend's house, hammered. She doesn't understand how he made it there because he's so drunk. She says, whatever, get a ride, get out. Hammered, get out. Don't care where you go, but not here. So he gets in his car, drives it down the road, parks it inside the road, takes his keys out of the ignition, makes sure that they're on the dashboard to know that, hey, I'm just sleeping it off in his vehicle. This guy comes up. Now he's going for chief. He's going up, looks at the guy, knocks on the window, and the guy's like, yeah, go away. I'm all right, right? There's no open containers. You don't see any open containers in there. There's no needles. There's no drugs. There's just a guy sleeping it off legitimately. He's drunk. He wants to sleep it off. So what do you do as a cop? What do you do, Mike? Guy's sleeping. Keys are on the everything's proper.
Yeah. I might take the keys. I don't know.
You can't. It's locked up. Both.
Okay.
You try both doors. They're locked.
All right,
And this is
I'll
all
leave
in the
him alone.
report.
All right, I'll leave him alone.
Drive away. Right. Clear the call.
Yeah.
But when you change shift, we had a call, guy on the street. He's drunk.
Oh.
He's sleeping it off. So they transfer to the next 8 to 4 shift. Right? Because the call's kind of closed, but it's not. There's a guy drunk down there. Okay. But they pass that information along. The person that's on the other shift is one of the people of those three that want to be chief. Now he's in charge.
Oh shit.
There's a guy sleeping in a truck, and they go and they really wake up to shake the truck, wailing on the window. The guy finally opens the truck. He's hammered. So they put him in protective custody. They bring him back. They tow the vehicle. Not a problem. Now the sergeant writes it up and says that the person before him was negligent in his call.
Oh shit.
And they screw him so bad, they demote him back to patrolman.
Mm. See, like,
You want to be a cop? Mike, you want to be a cop?
I don't.
That's what you're dealing with. That's being a police officer. That political move there to chop your enemy's knees out from underneath them and screw him, so you're on the same team.
That's right.
Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
But you chop his legs off to get up to make. What are we doing, Mike?
I see what you're saying. Yep. That's not a place where you would want to work. Like if it was just a regular business, you know, like
Mike.
yeah, I expect somebody to have my 6. Yeah.
The guy whose legs they chopped out,
Yeah.
would have been a dynamite chief.
No shit. Huh?
Again, the type of police officer you want when you make that call, when you need somebody to show up, he's that one you want to show up.
And it's in the town that he works in.
It's his town, yes.
That's fucked up, man.
So you want to be a cop? Because that's what you're dealing with, Mike.
No, I understand. When we first talked about it and you said, it's about the money, I really didn't understand it until you told me that. I get it, man. I get it.
Get it?
I get it. I kind of do, and I'm surprised by it stuff, but
it's nothing to do with protecting you people out there. It's got nothing to do with it. It's about how much money am I going to make? Because if I'm the top dog in that little click there, I'm getting the best shifts. I'm getting the best overtime. There's a special detail that's, 2 hours a night. All you do is drive by. You get paid for 4 hours. Stuff like that happens. Whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. But so let's go. Speaking of cops,
yeah,
the audit that's going on in Canton.
What audit?
No, it was in the Canton Citizen paper. Just for anybody that's wondering, but it's on the DL. No one's really talking about it, but it's ongoing right now. It's happening right now, just so you know. I don't know anything else about that. Yeah, I just changed my mic. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just see if I can turn it up this way too. Speed microphone. Okay. Sorry. Can you guys hear me now or what? Is it better? Yeah.
I hear you good.
All right.
I sent you a text.
Sorry. I got it. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. But that's what I had to deal with. Just a heads up. That's one of like 9 different things, guy.
No.
Yeah, I'm good. Tapping out. Peace out.
No,
I'm good.
Was it always like that, Tom?
Yes. Get it? You get to do whatever you want, bud.
But it's always been that way for years and years and years and years and years.
Listen, I'll go back in the day. I'll take you out and I'll thump you with my stick and leave you on the side of the road just because I heard about you talking to so-and-so. Wham! They're allowed to do that.
What the fuck?
That's how it was in the day, bud. Things have gotten better. Trust me. This is better.
I don't see it being better, but you tell me what you want.
Oh, trust me, it's a lot better. Mike, they used to be able to go and just beat people, like in the back of the car, put them in the back of the cruiser, right? If you're a jerk screaming, middle of the night, something runs in front of you, you just whack the brakes as hard as you can. The person hits the friggin' cage. Yeah. The hands are behind them, not buckled in. You buckle, you make them like a pinball in the back of the car.
Where I grew up, talking about that, there was officers that were younger that would say, "Hey, I'll take my badge and gun off and my belt off right now. We can go." Legit would say it right to our faces. You know what I mean? And we'd always never do it, but they offered it. They said to us, you think you're badass? Well, I'll put this away right now, and I'll get out of my, and we can go. And we would always say, no, we're good, officer. He's like, fucking stand in line. Let's go. Get out of here. Whatever we were doing, you know.
Right.
So that's how I saw the police in my town. But when you tell me stories, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I didn't know it was that political. I didn't realize it was that way. And it's about the overtime and the money. And if you could fuck a buddy over or not buddy or a workman, a work guy, you know, just to get ahead, and you can be a sergeant, he can be chief, and you're in with that clique. Seems like that's clicky. I don't know. Just the one we have in Canton right now is all fucked up.
Yep.
You know, it's all
Yep.
fucked up.
Yep.
So the audit's going on.
Listen, I'll tell
I
you a
don't-
funny story real quick before we
Right.
go into that. So growing up, I had a lot of friends who, their fathers were police officers. So I
Oh,
hung
that's
around with all the cops' kids. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my friend, we used to
Yeah,
drive
totally.
around this
Yeah.
beat up 72 Cutlass with a 350 Rocket. Man, we used to throttle that car. And we would go through a tire a day. My
love it.
father would go and we'd get tires, and he'd give us tires. And we'd
So
get
we're
berms
talking
with the tires.
so it had limited slip differential, right? So
Yeah.
one would go,
Posi.
and then if it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it had pause, so it was both going. Oh shit,
But,
huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
on his it was one wheel peel. It wasn't
All right.
posi on this one, but it would
One
just
wheel
roast the
peel.
tires. Oh, we could do
Yeah.
that, right? Because
Right.
his father's a police officer.
Right.
So we're kicking around town. We never left town because why?
Mm-hmm.
We were protected. We could do anything we want, for crying out loud.
Right.
But it was a Friday night, and we had a bunch of beers on ice. And his father said, "You have to mow the lawn. Don't go out until you mow the lawn." And of course, screw that. I'm not doing that. I was going to go drinking. So we went out drinking, driving around, hitting signs with bottles, stupid stuff, right? Hey, there's a cop behind us. And what does he do?
I don't know. You tell me.
Dude, hammer down, gone. We went so fast. The interior light was the round dome. The suction popped the dome cover off of the car at over 100. We're getting chased by his father because he didn't mow the freaking lawn.
That's
We're playing
crazy.
hide and seek in the whole town with him and his father because he didn't mow the lawn, and we're making a game out of it. Getting chased
Yeah,
by the
so
cops, dude. He
they-
can't
they-
call it in. I'm chasing my son because he didn't mow the
Right.
lawn, but he's
Yeah.
behind us, lights going. Pull it over! Come on now! Come on! Yeah, so that's how I grew up, and he ended up being police chief. So
And yeah, so I
know,
grew up
things are different back then, Mike.
Yeah, the cops in my town would, if they caught us drinking when we were in high school, they'd take the bits.
Yes.
And leave us alone. Right?
Absolutely.
And then
It is.
years later, I'm playing golf with one of the guys that took our beers back in the day, because we never threw them out or stored them. We'd go on the roof after our shift and drink them on you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just started busting out, like, you guys are real people. Like, you're
Absolutely.
real, you know? And they didn't give a
All beer was confiscated and drank. End of story.
Yeah.
We never bought
Yep.
beer. Didn't have to.
Right.
Just-
Even when it was like, we always had fireworks on the 4th of July down there.
Mhm.
If they pulled you and you had fireworks or something like that, they just take them.
You know you're not supposed to have these. They could charge you,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. Or you're lucky I'm letting you go. Thanks for the
Right.
$500 in fireworks. But you're lucky. I'm gonna get you next time. Right? You know?
That's right. Exactly right. And you were thankful. You're like, oh, yes, officer.
Get out of
Oh,
that one, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You wanna
funny
be a
shit,
cop?
man. That's you go through a lot
Really?
of things,
That's what it's about, bud. That's simple. And you know who the good people are. You know who the bad people are. In town, like you know who's trouble. I've seen
Okay.
you 5 times. I'm gonna
Right.
see you this weekend because you're already on a tear, right? Yeah,
Right, yeah.
you just know,
man.
right?
Right.
So
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't like they didn't get us for like drinking and driving, open containers or any of that stuff. They didn't, if they pulled you over and you had an open container and you just hit it like way
Yeah.
under your legs or whatever.
Yeah.
They I think they knew. I don't know if they knew or not, but they didn't. They're like, just get the fuck out of here because we're down some dead end road or out
Listen,
do somewhere, you know.
growing up, I used to hang around with this crowd, right? And there were like 4 or 5 of them. And this kid's name was Jamie, and I never forget. I pulled him and his buddies over one night. just to pull them over. They were scared out of their mind. They had no idea. I pulled my own sister over one morning
Just to bust the balls.
just to bust her balls. She's on her way to work. It was like 4:30. There's nothing going on. Oh, there goes my sister. Yeah, ask her. She was.
Wow. Did you guys always talk in the locker room afterwards? Well, shit you guys did that night, or was it kind of like that?
There was only two people on, so like
Oh, all
you
right.
didn't-
Oh,
there's-
yeah.
that was it. Like that, if
Yeah.
something happened, like that's all you talked about because
Gotcha.
that was what happened.
Right. Right.
And then you park the
That's-
cruisers different directions, so you sit there and you do your reports. And
Is that why they're doing that when they park the? Okay. I've seen
I
that
did this,
before,
you
yeah.
did that. You remember this? No. Oh yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, yeah. This happened. You know.
Right. Yeah. Accountability. Right.
Yep.
Holy
Now,
shit, dude. That's
The LV cop was telling me that the group that he come up with through the academy, right? That group, they self-check each other. So like that corruption doesn't happen because they're all policing within themselves. Like it's a big thing, he said, that they're really tight. So
I'm sure. Were they in
maybe
Las
it's different
Vegas?
out there.
Were they in Las Vegas, like downtown Las Vegas?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, dude. the
Always
stories
busy.
that-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Always the stories must be so fucking funny. Some of the shit.
And you got to write it all down. It's all going to be documented. Everything from
Yeah,
the time you
yeah.
get the call to the time you leave, everything has to be written down.
Oh, the one thing I wanted to say is that there was an article in the Citizen that sergeants are going to start wearing body cameras. Sergeants.
Yay.
Yeah.
Dude, really?
Yeah. We get like a $330,000 grant for some overtime, body cameras, and something else, some training. So yeah, I don't know, just to let you know. So we have some body cameras coming. The sergeants are going to be wearing them allegedly. So what does the sergeant show up as the scene's going on or whatever? Okay, yeah.
Anything that's like if it's a felony, yeah, they'll show up. I think they have to.
Right. So we're getting those. And the kitchen's done now, so they get the microwave and they get the dishwasher and that nice stuff. I haven't seen the fence being put in yet, though. Just so you know. I don't know.
Again,
But, yeah.
again, what are they really doing, Mike? Right?
Yeah, Tom.
If they're boxing themselves in, don't look at us. Don't look. You have no need to look in the back of the police station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now they have
And there's-
stove and microwave. They don't have to leave, right?
No. I tell you, there's a trailer right behind the police station too, dude. Because right next to them, there's a couple churches.
Yeah.
There's a closed donation down there.
Yeah. There's probably a couple trail cams out there too.
I talked to you. We went down there. Remember? I showed you. Right?
I don't remember anything about that.
That's right. That's right. That is right, man. I'm so yeah. So that's where yeah.
Yeah.
You walk right behind the police station if you want to.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
So yeah. So yeah. What an experience, Mike. I wish and I'm glad Scott was there. So glad.
Yeah, me too, man. He
Yep.
deserves a lot of props.
Good to see him
He's
there.
he's been out there, rain, sleet, snow, heat. He's got that same sign, the same flag. I mean, I took a great picture of him at the State House one time, and I had him with the two flags, and he asked me to take it, and the big gold dome behind him and
Right
stuff. It was
behind him.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have it if he needs it, but
Yeah.
it was awesome. It was awesome.
So
That's yeah. So tomorrow at 10, right? We got Karen Reed Rule 17 motion.
yes, and we have December 8th. Everybody heads up. Erica was there too at the dinner.
Start driving.
Yeah, she looked dynamite, by the way. Everybody looked so good, Mike. It was just
Well,
like nobody was overdressed, nobody was underdressed. It was like everybody was perfect. I can't. It was just
The one thing I noticed, there was a picture of Turtle Boy wearing the shoes. Just all I'm
yes,
gonna
he's
say.
got the shoes. I know. He's got the shoes.
But
I
everybody
know.
knows the brown shoes with the white sole. That's all I'm going to say. It's out there. It got leaked. I don't know. It's a big controversy. So
Says they're comfortable. Says they're comfy.
There's a couple of pictures where I know Flipperhead's going to make a meme out of them. He's already started. I'm telling you, they're so funny, man. There's a picture of the glare resting his head on Richie's chest that someone took.
Yes.
And oh my God.
And you know what? They're both tall. Think about that.
Oh, really? So
Oh yeah.
I mean, flip ahead. If you can see that one, I mean, he's already got a meme going right now with the glare and from this morning on X. It's fucking great. Fucking
Mike,
funny shit.
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
When Karen Reed gets exonerated, you're looking at like the garden
Oh, yeah.
because Mike, you can't
You
believe the energy in it. This will rival anything.
right.
And I don't know where you're going to put the people. I don't know how you're going to get the people there, but it's going to be a party when this is all said and done. And you need a venue like that to handle this many people because it's going to be amazing when this is all said and done. It really
Well,
is.
we talked about like remember early on that we could fill Gillette up. 68,000 people. I'm saying that, but there's a lot of people in Massachusetts and locally that would absolutely show up for an event like that. I
Yep.
can't say. What was the garden? The garden holds 18,000, 20,000, something like that.
I think you could bang that out.
Yeah,
Really. Yeah.
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 And have it in Boston right there is kind of cool too.
And just, there's people that I met that I don't remember their names, unfortunately.
Right. Well,
But they
yeah.
just the conversations were like perfect. Like it's gonna be something, Mike, especially with all the people that we can reach now, that we can get to come and join us, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. So, you guys are not forgotten. We're gonna do something big. You all wait and see. I promise you, you are not forgotten. No one is forgotten in this. You can only put so much in so little spot. Promise you, because it was tight, Mike. It would you were counting heads, Mike. Like it was tight. Like
I wouldn't be able to handle it, dude. I would be. I could.
A lot of people, in a little bitty space.
No,
A lot of
thanks.
people. Yeah.
No thanks, man. No
So,
thanks. I mean, not that I wouldn't like
Yeah.
enjoy the experience, but I just couldn't enjoy the experience. But anyways, that's a story for
It
another
was
day.
so, Mike. I wish I could
Lot of
capture
love.
that in a bottle and put it in something
Oh.
because it was so beautiful. I just can't.
Having a group of people, fighting for justice for the right cause in one place is just going to burst with energy, right?
And it's
if
funny.
they all believe it, right?
Everyone's all in, Mike. Everybody's just people
Yeah,
are flying here just to go all in.
That's right, man.
There's the glare of Melanie, Bettero. I mean, these people came distances,
right,
to go there to support Karen.
the North Shore, Western Mass,
Yep.
Eastern Mass, wherever you want to go. It's a drive. It's a long. It's not like easy. Well, for you it was, but some people it wasn't. And then to have Brian actually have people like that go into a studio. How often is he gonna have that opportunity?
You don't.
Yeah.
And it's literally on the way to the airport. Like they got to go at this time to get there, to get through TSA and stuff like that to get on the plane.
Right.
So Brian was lucky, but again, those guys are that nice, right? That somehow, some way they finagled however long, and I'm sure it was an in and out. They weren't hanging around.
So ask him quick, answer him quick, and
be gone.
Yep.
But he got him. So that's again, these guys are leaving with more information than they came with.
I'm glad they saw 34 and 32.
Yep, directly across from each other. They saw it. They know it. They like.
Now when they talk about it, they can say, "No, we've been there. We saw it." Like that. That's huge. See, if we talk about Molly Bish, right? I'd want to go to that pond and see where I'd have to go. I just couldn't sit there and talk about it, right?
What if there was an ATM, right? Yeah. The camera's running all the time.
Of course.
So I wanted to make sure that they saw, right, that the whole thing is recorded like film. Like he has it. He's got everything on his.
Yeah.
And then
I know.
You look at with a flagpole and you look where he was found. People just go and they look at the flagpole, right? Okay, but If you look at it from the other side of the street, it's a completely different view, but you're still looking at it.
That's right.
So,
Interesting perception.
so
It
they
just-
saw that. So yes.
So and then Karen hired another attorney.
Yes.
Was there any talk about that at all? Anybody talking about that? No, not really. He's a special type of attorney for human rights, or not human rights, but constitutional rights and
Civil rights.
Civil rights. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
And Agresi or something like that. I forget his last name, but
Yeah. Like that's his
seems like
specialty, right? Like,
yeah,
like
he's no joke. He's no joke.
no, he's like, I think he's at par with Brennan. Like that's who
Wow.
they have. So you got a heavyweight going against a heavyweight, but you have Alan Jackson and David Yannetti and Liza behind your guy.
Right. Wow. So Alan Jackson
And they got Lally, right? In their corner.
Yeah. They had Lally's second seat. Yeah. So did Alan Jackson show up at all? Make a call? Did David, you called in or something maybe?
He went through the phone. So he was able to, I was able to wave to him too. What a great
That's
guy.
awesome.
What a great
Yeah.
guy. Totally cares about this. Like just
Yeah.
again, we're blessed. And that in itself is going to be a book, because to have these people in place and in the positions that they are, and even you people out there, right? To have that, the people that make paintings like this, the people that even think about things like this painting, right? You guys are the people that make this all happen. So it's not necessarily us as much as it's you guys. If that makes sense, you guys. If that makes sense at all.
It does. Like, because remember, I get a DM from a lady that wanted to donate some Christmas stuff, and she wanted your address. And
Yep.
people making crochets, and they want to donate it. It's the little things. It's in the details, right? It's in the small things, right?
Yeah.
And everybody feels a part of it after that. I get it. I understand it. But it's right. You can't be done. You can do we can do what we do. You can do what we do, but we can't be done without the people in the chat, the people talk about it, the people that show up, boots on the ground. I mean, there was a standout yesterday at Denim Place, at Legacy Place.
Yeah. Like
know?
there is every weekend, Mike. They are die hard. They are all in. Again, they are always there.
Right.
Always.
Right.
And they
Good
have
stuff.
been. Same as
Yeah, they-
Plymouth. Plymouth has the same standout every weekend, except that
Oh, yeah,
Plymouth moves it from one place to another.
They had the parade down there over the weekend. I wonder if there's any Karen Reed stuff down there. And Esty was on the news with Sue O'Connell.
She
You
was
see
great.
that?
Yep, great
Yeah.
interview there. I said something to her about that.
Right.
Nice to see that. We need that type of people out there, you know? She
You know,
took
like,
the time to do that.
right. And I'm kind of wavering now on Sue O'Connell. Like, did she get the message? Oh no, she didn't. Huh?
No donuts for Sue O'Connell. She's shut off. I'm not
Oh,
giving her any more
man.
donuts. She's done. I'm all done with her.
Come on.
No donuts for you. I'll give Grant a donut before I give Sue one. Not doing it.
Oh, talk about Grant. Talk about Grant.
Oh, I had a great conversation with him.
I
And
mean,
you know,
seriously,
yeah, no, listen, legit,
All
right? And I hope he hears this, because like I like talking to Grant, right? Me and Grant can disagree,
and be all right with it.
and it's just all right. We'll just move. We both disagree with it, and we'll go to something else. And that because we disagree on that one thing, it doesn't impede what we go to next and talk about. And sometimes we'll agree on certain things, but then sometimes we won't. And I know he has the ability to see that we don't agree, and we can just accept that and go to another topic. You know, he was able to do that. So that Grant we like. I love that Grant because I can talk to him. You know, he's not dumb. He's very smart.
We showed up at the standout at Morrissey's place. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just saying. All right.
Yep. So, you know, that needs to go. That needs to be looked at. I mean, that's a big thing for Grant to be able to, you know, he knows he's on film, right? He knows I'm asking him questions, and he's not running away.
Live.
He's not running away, and he's answering them.
All right.
I give him a lot of credit for that.
Well,
right? You know, for that, right? I mean, that's that again. Me and Grant have like mutual respect for each other in certain ways.
Cool.
And I'm sure there's certain things we just will not ever agree on, and that's okay. Because
would you ever have on? Would you have on the show?
I would have Grant on. Definitely would have Grant. I would.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you why, because I'm interested in to see how his brain tries to put things together. Right?
That could be like a 3 hour, like a
The,
4 hour marathon. But
with the lack of blood,
I
how does the
know.
blood get on
I know.
top of the snow if the
I
snow hadn't
understand.
fallen yet? It's just simple things like that.
Explain that one, right? Right. I
Right?
know. But he might have a different
Basic
narrative
stuff.
altogether. Right. But
Yeah.
his narrative might be a little bit different, right? I don't know. We want to hear it, right?
Yes.
In a
And that's
civil
okay,
forum.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We believe what we believe, and we know it to be true. And then he believes what he believes, and he knows it to be true. But maybe we can shine some light on it and say, how can this happen, Grant? But it's impossible. Physics or science doesn't align with that theory. So what do you say about that? Grant is vile, he slanders, lies, dangerous. He's what Karen turned away. No offense, I don't care what he says to you. But don't
Jay,
forget. All right,
I'm
all
not
right,
going to disagree with that. And I tell you,
all
I'll
right.
put that in my memory bank. That doesn't mean I still can't talk to him. Right?
Yeah,
I
he might
still
be
can't have a discussion with him. I still can't.
Yeah.
I can believe you and
Right.
still have that discussion with him. Right? I know how he thinks of Karen. I know how he treats Karen. I don't like it. I don't think it's respectful. I think it's despicable. Some of the questions, I just want to haul off and knock his brain out. Like, just Grant, wake
Yeah.
up.
Right.
But then there are some times where he's logical and he's smart and he's smart about the law and he knows like this part. So it's not that I'm taking it away from him. I'm just giving him the credit where he deserves sometimes. And sometimes, like Diane says, sometimes he's just not getting nothing out of him. It's just like it depends on which Grant you get,
Yeah.
right? So I guess I pulled the lever and I got the 3 cherries and I got the good Grant that day.
All right.
I've gotten the bad one a couple times. The dude knocked me over once, just trying to get through the crowd to get to Karen to ask her some off the wall question.
I know.
Just-
That's what I remember. Like,
Remember?
yeah. Like, you and Alan Jackson doing something. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Or like, did you go to Cancun last weekend? Like, stupid stuff. Like, what?
Like TMZ stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She's on trial for murder, guy. This is
Yeah.
not relevant. Granted,
Yeah,
ask a question, but
you asked him if she went to Cancun.
So yeah,
Oh,
and I won't. Don't forget, he has the ability to be a very not nice person too. I remember what he did to certain people that I don't appreciate. But again,
that's a choice.
what Grant do you get?
Yeah. That's a choice he makes every day when he wakes up, though. He can change that.
Yeah.
He can change that.
The Grant that I spoke to, I would have on the show the other day.
All right.
How's that?
Okay. All right. There you go.
I think we can have a good debate back and forth, and maybe
Right.
he taught me something. I didn't know about the chip. It was Karen's expert that removed the chip off the board. I thought it was the Commonwealth that removed that chip, and he said
too.
no. Karen's expert did that, and I didn't know
Really?
that. So
Oh,
there's
did
things
you-
that he told me. That's
thought,
it's
like,
true.
It is true. Okay. I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
Wow.
So I mean, there's not. Take it for what it's worth. How's that?
All right. I will.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will. I just thought, I didn't watch the whole response from your questions and stuff. So it's on the live stream from Friday.
Yes.
Friday. Okay. What
Yep.
day was raining up? Where day was so?
Yeah.
So are you going to be there tomorrow?
Absolutely. Tomorrow we're gonna go and support Karen, and we'll see what the judge rules. Again, that'll be fun, right?
Right.
She'll take on her advisement. What's it say in Vegas? What are the odds?
Right. Noah, yes. I'm going 70-30.
I mean,
Probably.
I'm not sure you even expect an answer from this lady anymore.
I don't know, man. Then we still have the SJC ruling too. Supreme Court.
I think
We
there
haven't
was.
heard back.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me look and see this. There was something that I was going to talk about real quick.
Take your time, man.
So listen, I got a question for you. Well, isn't Jill Daniels conflicted out of like the Norfolk County District Attorney's office?
Do I what?
Isn't she conflicted?
Jill, her father worked at the Quincy court.
But no, if she's a witness in another, is she a witness in another trial? Like,
Well, she was the only other one I can think of was down the Cape where the restaurant shit happened.
I think that was her thrown out.
All right. No, she had put up in charges, dude.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
I think it was continued without finding. I think
All right.
that was in the newspaper.
How would she be conflicted out?
I'm just trying to think here.
Oh.
I thought someone told me that for some reason she's conflicted out of that courthouse. Like, why is she going to that courthouse? Something about it. I don't remember what. But either way, there's something here we want to read here.
Flipperhead's already got cop daddies in the Sally Port. Oh my god. When he first came on the scene, remember I told you, whatever we do, he's gonna clip it and he's gonna bust out chops, and he did.
My thumbs hurt, he says.
Yeah, remember that? Oh Jesus.
Mike,
I'm glad he's moved on.
look at this. Right?
Oh, okay.
This is the letter that they sent to First District Attorney, right? Lynn Beelan. Office of District Attorney, Norfolk County, right? Sharmut Road, Canton.
Yep.
Dear Mrs. Beelan.
Yep.
Response to the letter that you wrote. Request for recusal of the attorney's office pending state criminal matter. As you indicate, the Department of Justice, OPR, informed you that they have referred your May 18th letter to my office for whatever action I deem appropriate. Acting.
Okay.
I don't get what this means here.
Consistent referral OPR contact Josh Lee based on the understanding that the discussion because Levy in his office has a very see right there. Mr. Levy in his office have a different opinion of the circumstances in this case. That's huge, dude.
All right.
Okay, so all
right.
Circle.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So, consistent with the terms of the referral from OPR, I contacted acting United States Attorney Josh Levy.
Yeah.
Based on my understanding from that discussion with USA Levy, his office has a very different opinion of the circumstances in this case than as presented in Mr. Morrissey's letter. His office has not reached any official determination whether prosecution is warranted, but they believe it is essential to continue their investigation given the information of which they are aware of.
Oh.
At this time, we see no basis for a recusal in this investigation. Thank you for your contact and information and willingness to provide additional information as needed. In other words, sit down and shut up. Well, if we need you, we'll come in and we'll ask you. Wow. Jay Manklin, General Counsel.
Wow.
That went through a couple. I'm sure that went through some revisions, and I'm sure legal had something to do with that, right? Very different opinion of the circumstances in this case. What does he know that we don't, Mike?
Oh, a lot. 3,074 pages of TUI, right? I mean, come on. So that was an ongoing investigation in 23, and then Karen and her team were handed the TUI in April 2024.
And when did the Birchmore happen?
2021. January.
Birchmore is the key to this, I think.
Yeah, January, a week in February, first week in February, right around there. So I'm sorry, I don't know the exact date, but anyways, yeah, they're connected.
Yeah,
connected.
Yeah. Connected. So when they opened that bird's nest, then they found this.
Oh yeah.
And what else did they find? Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? Casey, the Craig Casey
Yes.
case made the paper. Made the paper.
Aussie Insider is going to start looking at a lot of this other stuff. I mean, she
Right.
just did Molly Bish.
You know what else
She's
happened
in
too?
Australia, bud. She's doing great
I,
work.
I
Great
know.
work. I
Awesome.
love her.
She's
My God, I
she's
love
awesome.
her. Yep.
Yeah. So True Crime, February 21. Thanks, True Crime with Eve. Yeah.
Okay.
So February. So there was a snowstorm too in that day. Just so you know. But the Craig Casey made the paper, and there's a parolee that just got released from Canton. There was a kid, I don't know, 20 years ago that took another kid's life with a baseball bat. I don't know if you remember.
Oh,
He
he wanted to see what it felt like. That I remember that. That was
yeah.
that
So
was,
he just
it,
got
it was yeah, no.
he's back out. He's released.
Did they really?
Yeah, he's out. He's out. He's out. He went in. He went in as like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I
12
remember
years old.
that. It was a long time ago. It was in the 80s,
Lured,
wasn't it?
yeah, lured the kid into the woods and just wanted to know what it felt like.
Remember reading that in the Herald, Boston
That was
Herald.
sick.
Yeah.
That was sick. That's like the same one that Yannetti did with that young kid with those two sexual predators.
Oh yeah.
That was good. You gotta
Yeah.
watch that video with his closing argument. Did you see that?
No.
We talked. Oh my God. He did a video for Boston College Law where he came on a speaking stage and repeated his closing arguments for the for that young kid.
The Spacey, Kevin Spacey.
No, it was a young kid that was put into like a box and thrown over a river, and it's a long story. Yeah, it was.
Whoa.
He was the prosecutor at the time, and he gave the closing statement again, and he had like the same passion as he did it in the courtroom.
Right,
as he
right,
did
yeah.
At this BC Law event, and if you can find it online, United BC Law, it was unbelievable.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Anyway, someone was just saying they were Craig Casey's friend that needs to be reopened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a picture of him in the paper. There was some talk about it. You know what I mean? Because this is like stirring up a lot of people's memories and like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh,
that? Just like that, just like you just did, but I forgot about that. The one you just mentioned. Yeah, there was, Jody. I just saw that too. It was a police officer. And you know what? They fired him on the spot.
Really?
They didn't give him time off. They didn't take away his vacation days. They fired him. Improper conduct. Gone. Bye.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No questions asked. Yep. As it should. Next. Now he's got to
Yeah.
deal with something else, right? That's what's
That's
supposed to
crazy.
happen. You're fired.
Oh,
Gone. Next.
Yeah, the trooper that got caught drunk driving, gone. You
Bye.
know, just see, yeah,
No
I
time
mean,
for this.
He
Yep.
just graduated, and 2 weeks later, you're out driving with an open. I mean, come on. How is that guy getting a police? And like, they were talking about the Massachusetts State Troopers about how they are wired to be like a military functioning operation, where where policing's changing, where it's more integrated to the community.
Look at what happened in Boston. The guy was in an accident. They didn't do anything. They went in front of a magistrate. The magistrate now dictates whether this guy was OUI or not. The magistrate says, no, bye, get out of my, go. No, go. Don't even get a court fee. So he gets off the OUI. Done. Happens Boston all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that.
So what
But
are we
like-
doing?
like-
What are we doing here? What are we doing
why-
here? Are we helping people? What are we doing, Mike?
I don't
How
know,
much
they
we
talk
getting
about-
paid? How much we getting paid to play this nonsense? You owe me. You owe me. Now you you owe me, right? I
It's
just
called the
saved your
dime.
ass.
It's called the dime, right? I get a dime. Yep. I don't know. I mean, like, how far do you take it? What like if you're a cop and you keep seeing the same cop that you work with over and over again doing something stupid, whether it's domestic DV or drinking and driving or what do you do? It's a tough position. You're in a tough position. I understand
Do you
that.
arrest your boss?
Right. I mean, in certain cases, I'd have to.
Really?
If I sign,
Really?
If I sign up.
You-
For the right
Unfortunately,
reasons.
unfortunately, you don't have the cojones because it's not you against the person you're going to arrest. It's you against the entire department now.
And you'll be blackballed, right?
Done. You're all done. Yep. Think about that.
No-
You're either on
Right.
board or you're not.
So what happened in Canton? That guy wasn't blackballed, though, right? Was he? The one that got knocked
all
out,
got-
the drunk.
They all got raises.
What the fuck?
They even promoted Lank when he shouldn't have been promoted based on the lawsuit that they settled with the guy
remember that.
he beat up when
Yeah.
he was handcuffed.
I remember
He
that.
bit him. He bit
Yep.
the freaking guy cuffed. Once
Part of the law.
you know how once you put handcuffs on somebody, you're depriving them of their God-given right. That's a serious like thing. You take that really serious to remove that person's ability. That's a big thing. And when they do that, and he did that, now it's that person's your responsibility, their safety. And what did he do? He bit the guy, spit at him, punched him while he was handcuffed. What's the guy gonna do to fight back? Can't even fight back.
Right.
Yeah,
So
3-2.
was he
You're all voted. Next.
I wasn't like part of the agreement when they settled he couldn't be promoted,
Yes,
and then they promoted him anyways because
Correct.
we can't no.
because of what he did. He took care of that. He took one for the team. He beat them up and protected the
Chris Albert.
thin blue line. That's what happens, right? Why he's part of it is they get special treatment, Mike. Watch any of them walk into court.
Well,
Not
look at-
one of them walks in by themselves.
Well, look at Kate Peter. When you were walking out, she walked out with 2 court officers.
Two.
What is any
Every
what is-
single time she goes to court, she walks out with a court officer. Every
Well,
single
I-
time.
we would
I don't
never
know
get
why.
that. We would never.
I'm
get
gonna.
that.
I think next time I'm gonna ask. I want to escort to my vehicle, even though I'm out front. I'm gonna ask.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask. I
That
want to
just
escort
she
gets it.
It just tells you that there's 2 different levels.
because now they have. That's how like they fall in. Them 2 people fell in line. They did what they were
Got-
told. That's it.
Oh, I see what
Them
you're
2
saying.
people did what that. Get it?
Yeah. I get it. I do get it. If they
Corrupt.
didn't- If
Them
I-
2 are corrupt people.
let's just say that they didn't do it. They said, no, that's not part of our job. You're just here for. All of a sudden, a phone call's made to the DA or something like that, and then
They're look who they're protecting.
right.
Really?
Right. Yeah, if you're innocent until found guilty, why wouldn't Karen have the same motorcade that the witnesses got? If you're
you
innocent
go.
until proven guilty, right? Just my opinion.
And
Why-
it's again, that's how do we fix that? Because if we're gonna call it out and we're gonna say that's wrong, we need to have a solution at the same time. Like this is wrong and this is how you fix it, right? There is no fix. Like how like you dismantle it, you rebuild it, it's gonna happen again. It's just how that works. Like what
It's the culture.
I
You gotta change the culture, man.
you know,
Yeah, and that's hard to do. You gotta start like if you're gonna change the culture, you gotta chop the head off the snake and go from there.
Nick
Like
Nack.
Hey, thank you, Nick Nack. Noble is in a great position to do something like that.
He's
Don't
been
know.
doing the right thing, right?
Seems like it. Seems like it. Free
Listen.
flip ahead.
I want to know when you coming up here. That's what I want to know. We're like
Let-
he's so far away, and I
But
want
he
to know
says he's-
a personal question, right? Does he go to church? Is he Catholic?
We're getting religious on the channel now, yeah.
Just a
Okay.
quick question for him.
Okay, I bet you he is. But,
La Salette.
Um,
I'm thinking La Salette. Just that's why I ask. You ever been to La
Oh.
Salette? You've been to La Salette.
no, I haven't.
You've
What's
never
that?
been to La Salette, Mike?
Where is it? What is it?
It's in Attleboro, and it's like an amazing light show. All the Christmas
Wow.
lights.
No, I haven't been
Oh,
there.
it's a beautiful thing, Mike. You got to go. You got to go and see
Okay.
it. It
You
is
drive
so.
through or or
No, you
through?
walk. Yeah, you walk.
Yeah.
We should get a group and go.
Was it?
What do you
would
guys
start
think?
After Thanksgiving, it's on.
Yes,
Cool.
I think we
Flip
should
said
do
he-
a get together at. That's what I
Awesome.
think. La Salette.
Yeah. Flip
I'm
said
down
he'd
with
come
that.
up- he's gonna come up when the trial starts.
Okay,
That's what he told me.
when he gets his wrench back.
Either you worry or you pray. You can't do
Right.
both.
Right.
You're right,
Okay.
brother.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
He's
Yeah.
a good shit, man. We were
Yeah.
talking all day yesterday. He's a
Listen.
big Phillies fan. Yeah. I'm in the Gulf with Sean. Stop it. Stop it, dude.
You have fun with that one. Let us know how that works out.
Yeah, we're not talking about that on this one. That's not what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. But
But
I'm
yeah.
sure there was I'm sure there was conversations about that the other night. You know, who knows? But you don't have to go there. But that was interesting. You know. But anyways, I'll back off that one and just talk about what an honor it must have been to just be around that bunch of people, all those creators and
It
people
was
that came in.
amazing.
You
Mike,
know, that came in.
I wish I could bottle it up and tell you and show you and just say, here, just feel
Yeah.
this.
Did
Because
Aiden,
it was
Aiden gave
amazing.
Aiden gave a speech too, right?
Yes, he grabbed the microphone and just naturally, Mike, it just naturally evolved that way. Like everything was just how it was
Yeah.
supposed to be. And I can't
Yeah.
put it just
He made a great post yesterday about being a father of a daughter and
he
how
gets it.
he admires Mr. Reed and the connection that he has with Karen. It was pretty cool.
And
It
you
was
know
pretty
what?
yeah.
In a year from now, he may be able to see something else that he's not able to see now. That's
Right.
that's growth. That's life. That's what happens. That's welcome
Right.
to the world. That's everybody learns that way. That's right. You know,
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
make the mistakes to be able to know what they are, and then you make the good ones, and you know it's a good one, right?
Yeah.
You need gauge. So yeah,
Yeah. But if
you'd
you
be
have
all
something
right.
to look
But
at,
yeah,
if you have something to look at and understand, like Mr. Reed, you can
right.
say, okay, yeah, I want to go that way. I want to go that way. I want to go that way.
And think of this: his daughter's all grown up, and he still wants to protect her.
Yeah, dads with daughters. I'm not one, but it's a whole different level
That's
with
the
them.
thing, isn't it? It's the
Yeah, it
thing.
is. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't quite understand it because I don't have a daughter, but I've heard guys and their daughters, fathers and their daughters. Yeah, yeah, it's a special bond.
Real nice. And
Yeah,
and to see him um just embrace that and have no qualms saying this is my daughter and this is what I think and this is who I love. It's just
yeah.
amazing to see, Mike. It really is amazing to see. Let alone be part of
Well,
it. That's a
right,
whole nother
right,
story, right?
right,
Just to see it and then to be part of it. And
right.
it's kind of
What
sobering.
what
It wakes you up.
Tom? What brought you into this whole thing? Tell me about like when you first started. What made you get up and get off the couch and go?
Because I knew what I when I read. Well, I'm sorry, when Aiden did the story the very first time.
Yeah,
I think there
you
was a
hooked.
I got a wild story coming out of Canton. Stay tuned, right? Or something like that.
Right,
And then he goes and starts telling us this stuff.
right.
I knew right away, like, oh, she's getting screwed. Oh, they didn't do this, and I'm thinking they didn't do that. And what about this? And like all things I know that they didn't do.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if they thought it was a domestic, you bagged the hands. John's hands weren't bagged, so they can't say it was a domestic.
Yes, you being a former cop, it really jumped out at you. Really
Yeah,
jumped out at
all
you.
these
Okay.
things were wrong, like legitimate wrong. A leaf blower? A
I
what?
know. I
What?
know.
That was not
And you didn't
anything I ever read.
and you didn't even know about the cameras across the street at this point. You just knew there's something stunk here. Okay.
And then when I went there and I saw the cameras, that's what pissed me off. And to know that it was the deputy freaking chief, and to know that he called and said, "Listen, you made the announcement on the radio wrong. They said 32 Fairview. It was 34 Fairview. So they made a correction on the radio to go to the correct address." So he, at that point, knew John O'Keefe was suffering. He didn't even leave the house and provide first freaking aid, let alone capture the entire thing on video. I'm all set with that.
So
That was it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
look at John, and you're gonna tell me that's somebody. Listen, I seen people hit by cars. I seen the results of people that don't live past with cars. People in cars, they don't get along, Mike. People, they're 80% water. Okay, think about that.
Right.
80%. You're just a puddle. I seen people with
Yeah.
fire hose. There they go. Bye. It happens.
Yeah. Right.
What happened to John did not come from a vehicle. No.
Okay.
And that's that. I believe that way. And no one, not even God, can change my mind. That's my belief, because everything I see, everything I know, and no.
And then you saw Karen herself, right? And probably said to me, "There's no way. There's no way, right?"
That listen, like
Can you believe that Tully was sitting right there in the front row and that time she got arraigned, like sitting,
Of
knowing
course
what
he
he
was.
did and
Yes.
knowing what they did? That sickens me, dude. But
So
anyways, go on. Sorry.
so
Go ahead.
so even in the academy, right? And even like being a cop, you knew who the fighters were in town. They're different people, okay? The people that will fight a cop, right? Just fight them, not
Right.
kill them, not
Right.
stab them,
Right.
but they're gonna get in a fist fight with a cop, hands
Right.
down. There's
Right.
people that do that. Like that's their plan on Friday night.
Right.
Okay, so you're dealing with the people that
Gotcha.
it's just that like, so you know who. There's people like that.
Okay.
Karen Reed and her family, that gene is not active in that DNA strain of that family in any way. Does that make
There's
like
no hate.
they,
No hate. Go ahead.
they're just
No hate.
they're not wired that way. It just
Right.
they just no, it's not an offense. It's
Right.
they're different. They're not the guy that's gonna go drink a pint of vodka and come at you with a a fist at 3 a.m. That's not happening.
Right.
Right? It's two
Right.
different realms. And these people are peaceful, loving people. So first off, anything you say that this 50-pound woman is gonna do to what, a 250-pound guy, half his size, she's gonna do that to him?
I
What?
know.
Really?
With a glass, right? Okay. Right.
Mike, this little girl's gonna beat up this big dude who's in shape, by the way, who can fight
Yeah.
because he's trained to fight in
Yeah.
the academy.
Right.
She did that. Oh no, she used her car to do that.
Right.
Oh, let me look at the car because I grew up in an auto body shop with my father. I've fixed cars. I've seen cars crashed. I've seen cars that were really crashed. And no,
Yeah.
no,
No.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not a licensed insurance adjuster, but I'll tell you, you don't even need a supplement to fix that car.
Know what I thought was sussy too was that day that the jury took the field trip and they had her car parked out with the whole taillight already
Removed
out.
out of it, right? Why
That's
don't
just-
we show the taillight? Show it.
Why would it? That's so. To me, that was like almost showing, an untrue part of the case where they couldn't really see the cracked or dismantled taillight at that point. Like, where's
So-
the taillight?
So again, right?
Right.
The story's coming out right now. I'm believing it, right? And I know it's what they're saying is false, and I know what she's saying is true, right? And out comes this piece of taillight, and I know, and everyone is finding out real quick that you just can't snap that plastic. That is not.
No. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not. It's not
Human-
plastic. It's not breakable. It's
Right.
it doesn't break.
Yeah.
It's different.
reason.
It's different plastic, people. I know that. Everyone can go try and break it. It doesn't work. And
That's right.
yet, wait a minute. The time that you wrote is an hour difference, and you brought the car back to Canton. When you went by Middleborough Barracks and you went by the Quincy Barracks, and you couldn't drop the car either because Middleborough's pisser. They have a locked-in yard,
Milton.
and they have a garage. But
Milton
you
has
drive
one
right
too.
by that, Milton.
Yep.
Bring it back to the scene of the crime. Really? So at that point, I knew the town was corrupt, and the video footage from the Sally Port.
Oh my gosh.
Can you get Mike? That's the best you got. But they got a new fridge, Mike, and they got a microwave, right? But they
Right.
don't have freaking cameras. Figure that out.
So you see Karen get arraigned and all that stuff, and then you started going to what standouts did you start going to? What was your plan?
The pre-trial one, I was the first one, and it's funny because at the beginning we were allowed to be on the stairs, and I was at the very, very top. And right before she went in, I yelled at her. I told her to stand tall, right? Because I knew she was getting railroaded, and she did. And you saw the second photo of her, right?
Yeah.
Like bring it, like that second booking photo was,
Okay.
So after that, and I saw her, and then I saw her family, and the more I met her family, right, and the more I learned about just things, and it's just no.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me this girl did this to him? Okay, but she can't. because she just can't reach her. But she did. But she used her car, which then isn't reflective of the wounds on him. If he was standing still waiting for the car to hit him, it would have done a whole different bunch of damage. But
Right.
you don't have a broken knee, you don't have a broken shin, you don't have a fracture. You have nothing. You don't have a broken collarbone. The first bone that breaks is a collarbone. Only 12 pounds of pressure will break it. That's it. He's
Yep.
fine, no problem. His only neck up is the injuries, head onto his head.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had defensive wounds on the back of his hands. Mike,
Right. He did.
how do you get defensive wounds on the back of your hands? If it's one
Right.
shot, if it's 24.2 miles an hour, that's a one-time
Right.
deal, not
Right.
different wounds on different parts of the back of your hands. How's that happen, right? How's blood get on top of the snow? Where's the video footage of this whole thing? Oh, it got erased? I've never seen that disc before.
Oh my God! Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Everything just equals everything I believed from freaking day one. And I have tried so hard not to be biased and not
Right.
jump at this. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking to Nick Rocco. Nick, listen to this, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, nope, because of that. I'm like, damn it. I'd go back and I'd think of something else and I'd come at him with him. What about this? And he'd say, nope, because of that. And I just kept bouncing stuff off of him and nothing. And I tried, Mike. I tried. Nothing fits what they're
Right.
telling me happened.
Right.
Like I tried all that stuff. I even went and I measured the back of a Lexus 570 and the back of a Chevy Traverse. I measured both of them with a tape measure. And the tail light matches up with the rear tail light, with the rear wiper of the car. It matches up. They hit.
Did you drive in reverse too
Yes.
with your nephew?
Yes.
Okay.
They were watching the speedometer. I was driving backwards for probably 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile and a half down a road.
So-
'Cause I have the ability to drive a vehicle backwards at speeds. I can just do
Right.
it. It's just like I can just I have that.
So
I can drive
your
backwards.
in your brain, the way you were processing this, every time you had a doubt or a question, it was either answered by yourself because you physically looked at it, or you asked somebody else about some other information you weren't aware of, and everything just was like, "This is impossible. This is impossible." So as you read that, you're getting more more energy about this. I got to do something. I have to get up. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Right?
So it's the stupid little things. You ready? It's the 24.2 miles an hour because at 25.0, the airbags activate.
That's right.
And if she hit a 250-pound weight or clipped a 250-pound mailbox, it would have triggered the sensors thinking there was an accident and would have blown all the airbags out of the vehicle. Kapow.
Yeah.
But they weren't active at 24.2, so they can get away with saying that he was hit at speed. That's their lie, little lies they say. And then they say 227 didn't happen, where it says right here in the spreadsheet that was pulled from the phone that this was a thing and this was deleted, that you deleted this search. Well,
Right.
why'd you delete it? Why'd you delete anything?
Right.
What were you deleting? Suspect right off the bat. You
Right.
don't delete any data. That's
Yeah.
evidence.
What
And they
got
let
me
her
too
do
is
it.
the police reports how they misspelled people's names.
Intentionally, on purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they wouldn't get Googled later on in life or whatever. Just
So it
things
wouldn't
like
fall- yeah.
that. To me, it just wouldn't happen ordinarily. So for you, went through the academy and things like that, I would just think it would just jump out at you like this is. So that's
One of the
why I believe
Basic stuff. You grab everybody and anybody, and you get what they saw on paper. First, boom, no matter what, get what people saw down. You lock everybody down because
Right.
something did happen. And you see things different than that person, than other people, different angles,
Yeah.
different things, right?
Right.
Everyone
So
has,
then-
right? They didn't do
Lieutenant-
none of that.
Lieutenant Gallagher not going to the house because he didn't have probable cause really blew it up for me. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I knew, beforehand, I knew about the whole story and I was involved with it and stuff like that. But when he actually got in the stand and said he didn't have probable cause to go into that house and search it, just really, really upset me. Really upset me.
Dude,
I was like,
guy got it
really
all on
upset.
video. The guy has it on video. The deputy freaking chief, number 2 in line of the entire town that this just happened in. And it happened on a cop's yard.
Yep. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better setup, man. It's like, are you shitting me? Like, she doesn't even know these people. She doesn't even know them. She doesn't even
That's why
know
they
'em.
put it on her, dude. Because she
Yeah.
has no idea that it's the fix is in from day one. She
Pin
wouldn't. How
them.
would she know? She's not that. I don't want to
Right.
say she's
Well,
not naive, but you don't think about bad things. Look at who would want to walk into something like that, right?
it's diabolical. It's diabolical.
It's next level, and that's why I think people are waking up and seeing it for what it is. Who at 2:27, somebody knew somebody was outside gonna freaking take their last
Yep.
breath.
Yep.
They knew that was gonna happen. They knew at
Premeditated.
2:27.
Premeditated.
They let that happen. How do they sleep at night?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think about that too. Like, how do you close your eyes and wake up and think you're a good person? How do you
And
go on the rest
anyone that says she did it, well, she was the only one trying to save that guy's life. The only freaking one there out of
Right.
the deputy chief who knew what he's waiting.
Yeah, he's looking.
This should be along any time now. We're waiting. Yep, he's gonna be taken care of. He could have ran across the street, Mike. Nope. He gave him the solo cups intentionally. He gave him the leaf blower intentionally.
Jesus
So
Christ, what the fuck?
And now you're gonna tell me that this
Yeah.
she did this to him. He's
Right.
a trained cop. He's trained. He's got training.
Right.
Understand that. Think he can defend himself against her.
Yeah,
She's
I
a pint
think
of
so.
peanuts, right? I mean,
Yeah.
really, like, I don't think if she wanted to, she could. Like, even with a bat, I think he would be okay. You know what I mean? Like, he's got
Yeah,
the height,
yeah.
he's got the arms, he's got like.
Yeah.
But she would never even do like that's.
Yep. Insane. I
So
get it,
yeah.
man.
So
But before all that stuff actually came into your head, there was the little things in the beginning that got you sniffing around, going, "Not something's not right here." So you show up at a court date with a camera. Is that how it really
yeah,
started?
I hit go live and then it was 10 and then it was 20. I had like
Right.
I think it was like 600 something viewers, and one of the mods says we're gonna get that fixed, and like they went out that day and got me over 1,000,
So
and
how
then it
did,
just
like,
went through the roof after that, man, because
what
everybody
made
logged
you
on to see Karen.
what made you think about going like StreamYard and doing all that? Like, had you seen another case where it was maybe like, oh, I'd like to do that, or was it just something that just came to you?
No, like the fix is in with this girl. They're trying to set her up,
Right.
and she's gonna scream that they're all corrupt, right?
Yep.
If you didn't see it for your own eyes,
Yeah.
then you're not gonna believe it.
Right. Okay.
So my goal was just to show people and let them make a decision, right? So when
Mhm.
Karen's father's talking, you're gonna get the whole speech. You're not gonna get the 3 minutes of what they want you to hear.
Gotcha.
You're gonna get the whole thing, and you're gonna listen to it, and you're gonna make your own mind up. And that's all I ask is you make up your own mind. And
at that time, you were on the court steps. You had awesome vantage points. You had
Yep.
people talking to you, and there wasn't a lot of people there, right?
No,
What?
there wasn't.
Was-
Scott was
what-
always there though. Scott was that constant. He was that dude that was just like, who was this
'Cause
guy? I didn't know him.
But he had training as well in that, law enforcement at another
Mhm.
at another level. So he knew. Scott knew.
Yes.
He knew.
Yep.
And then so you're there with the camera for the first day. So then the trial starts, and you're like, I'm going every day. Is that what you said
Yes.
to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said to myself, if Karen's got to be there, why not? Right? She's
Right.
getting railroad. Like every time she has to do something, it's a waste of her time. Legitimately, it's a waste of her time because she didn't do this. That's it.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna try and crucify her, I'm gonna try and expose it just as hard as they go at her. I was trying to get it out Do you know what I mean?
the-
As hard
yeah,
as
so
they were
you-
trying to put the screws to her, I was trying to get it, the noise or get the information out to as many people as I could. The
this
Glare
is the
had
time.
it, Melanie, everybody was streaming.
This is at the time when Yannetti and Jackson were standing on the steps. You were right there.
Yes.
Like this is before they had the the 200 buffer zone and all the other stuff, and yeah, you were there for the pre-trial motions. You were there for, so that's when they would come out and they would speak about what was let in, what was let out. I remember watching it going, Jesus, man, who is this guy? And he's doing a good job, And then
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what motivated, when did it really just like piss you off and say enough's enough? I gotta get this out there. And you did, Tom. You got it out there, bro. You got it out there.
Well, but it's
Not-
but that's the thing. It's easy. My part's easy when I just follow everyone else's lead, like Aiden's, like Mike Crawford's, like Mazza Media, like Brian, like
Yep.
Rita. Like it's easy to follow that,
Right.
because they're not wrong. Mike's not wrong. Brian's not wrong. Aiden's not wrong. Like they're not wrong. How that's a win. Again, I'm all in because he's right.
Yeah, but Tom, they weren't there every day like you were.
No, but
That's different. It's kind of they can
no,
write,
no,
they can
I
do-
get it. But
Alright.
again, right? You're gonna have the whole freaking story, the good, the bad, the boring, the
Yep.
repetitive. You gotta get it all because it's all relative. It all every day she had to go to court, Mike. Jesus, how many days was that?
I can't tell you how many fucking days it was.
It was
a
all
lot.
every time was wrong.
Right.
It should be 5 million every time she had to go. She should have to get paid because of what they did to her. She had to pay for the lawyers, the transportation, the lodging. It costs money for that stuff, right?
Right.
So, yeah,
Oh,
whatever I can do to help her. Yeah,
You're just doing your time and talent,
that's it.
But like I don't know if you really understood at the time what you were doing because it was huge to me, and I just think that you brought a lot of perspective to the case that maybe no one really saw. Like the interviews on the court steps that were more than 15 seconds; they were 2 minutes, and then walking with them and talking the whole way, and getting in the inner circle and getting some great shots about what she was thinking and her smiles and her facial expressions out of court. And you were actually in court with them as a guest, and you sat inside there. You saw the jurors. You saw how it went down. That's special, man. That's
Yeah,
special stuff.
and I've never doxed a juror. I don't even talk about them. I remember them. I have notes about them, but I don't talk about them and stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, this whole thing evolved, and I had to evolve with it. I mean, I had to. I'm not the person that started this. I'll tell you that. I'm different. I just try and just hold the camera and report on what's there so that you all have the same information because you deserve it. You need to see the whole picture, the good, the bad, the ugly, right?
Right.
The boring, the exciting. So again, it's not necessarily about me. It's more about look at what they're doing to this poor girl. Look. I'm pointing right. It's right here. I'm showing you. Can you see it? And yeah, I don't think I fully understand like my impact or my position or
At the time. Yeah.
even right now.
All right.
I can't see it, right? You don't see yourself in the woods when you're in the middle of it. How would I? But I know that from what you guys are telling me that I'm doing the right thing by holding the camera and here we are right now. So something's working, right?
Well,
And if this is what I can do to get the message out, then this is what I do to get the message out. I mean, best I got right here, guys, right?
Well, when you would walk down the sidewalk and everybody was there supporting Karen, you would just hear, Tom, I see you all the time. Tom, I watch you every day. Because when the people weren't at the sidewalks and standing out, they were watching you.
Well, yeah, because again, I try and give people like I don't say raw information, but they're getting it as it's happening. Like
Right.
I want them to see this. I want them to make their own mind up because that's your best customer is the word of mouth, right?
Yeah.
If you convince
Right.
someone or if someone believes you're the best at something, that's the best advertisement you could ever get.
Right.
So
It is. Yeah.
So with knowing Karen's factually innocent, every bet after that is a no brainer because this trumps everything. You can't beat this hand.
No.
D-
Well, what was it like having the Reeds acknowledge you, like for what you were doing at the time, and walking Mrs. Reed back to the car, and that must have been something special.
Dude, they're wonderful people. They are really awesome people, and like they're they're different. They are like they're 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 nicer than I could ever explain because it's the presence that they have amongst themselves. Like Mrs. Reed has her own presence when you're with her.
Mhm.
She's just very genuine, very nice. Just like I can't put it into words. I just can't. And she's the one you want to protect. You don't want her to fall, and make sure she
Yeah.
gets in, make sure she gets out. Make sure Mr. Reed has coffee when he gets out of thing. If it's hot out, give her a cold water. Make sure she have stuff like that. You do to help, right? Because of what they're going through. Because their daughter's getting railroaded, and now they're getting railroaded. So
So I was
yeah,
watching you one time, and you were walking Mrs. Reed, like elbow hand on our side, and Mr. Reed turns around and says, "Hey, Tommy, you got her?" And you went, "Yes, sir." Right? And that to me was like a special moment because he was getting inundated with cameras in his face, but she wasn't really talking to the cameras, but she was behind everybody, and you were there walking with her.
well, yeah, because why
Film it.
would you want to protect her mom?
I'm
Like
not saying
that's
forever.
just
I'm
kind of
not.
what you got to
I'm
do, bud. Like that's how it's brought
no.
up.
No one would have like, but a lot of people don't see that stuff. I saw that and I said, that guy's special.
Yeah.
That guy gets it, man. And Mr. Reed did too, and Karen, obviously, and Nathan and stuff.
Yeah,
But like,
and see, and just the fact that they understand that, and it's like an unspoken thing. It's just respect on a whole nother level, Mike. I can't.
yeah,
I like what he said. Like turns around and says, like, "Where's my wife? Up, you got her." Like, oh, like
yeah,
he
well,
didn't have to worry.
exactly.
Like he knew
No,
he didn't have to worry because I had her.
yeah,
And
that's right.
like that's if that little peace of mind I can give him for that little blip of time takes that little
Yeah.
blip of pressure off of that guy. Yeah, whatever I can do, right?
And then,
Like who
yeah,
wouldn't?
yeah, it was Tom. It was remarkable. So that's when I really started like watching you and like having this mad respect for you, how you were as a person and your integrity. It was cool. I was like, wow, this guy gets it, man. So when I would see you at standouts and stuff, I'd always bust your chops or whatever. We'd laugh a little bit
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah, we had fun.
you got me, I got you, and we're all good.
Yeah.
And then you started covering Turtle Boy.
Yep.
When you got, and that to me was the next level because here you are going doing double time.
So I see what's going on, right? She's getting
Yeah.
railroaded, right? He's reporting on it, and they can't have that. They can't have that getting out. That's a hard no. Whatever they got to do to shut him up, shut him up. Whether it's a honeypot, whether it's a fake charge, whatever, shut the guy up. They took him and they put him in jail for 60 days to scare him. Look at what we can do to you. We have the power, and that stuff is being held over his head right now. It's not about committing a crime, it's about power. We control you. That little string on him. Whether he does, listen, he don't even gotta do nothing. They're the guys doing the puppet masters. They have all the power. They have all like they're controlling it, Mike.
Yeah.
And now that he's getting into Morrissey's fake email address, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, thank God he's got
Yep.
Bedro, and thank God he's got Bradle,
Bradle.
because this is some serious stuff. A DA has a fake email, dude. That doesn't. No, you can't. You just that's no. No. Uh-uh.
But then
Again, I'll go all in with that one too.
not only Turtle Boy, but you started doing like people that were assaulting, people that were involved, like Lauren Murray, and then
Yep.
Kate Peters, and all these other different things. And then we got into the Jill Daniels assaults with Jim
Yep.
Farris.
She came right down just to go and confront him
right.
intentionally.
Yeah, just the stuff that you've caught and you've had, I think is special for people to see. I mean, like
Yeah.
so let's go back to like mainstream media, like what they cover and what they do. They're half an hour, but they cover 5 different subjects. Well, Tom, we're just covering one,
Mike.
right? So who's
They-
the real news source now? You are.
they can't even cover a murder. Remember,
Right.
the reporter made a comment about it. Hey, he's salt of the earth. Take that down
Oh yeah,
right now.
like
But
that
he's
was.
salt of the earth.
That's right. Right. That's right.
So they can't even tell you the truth about what happened.
Yep.
So now I don't have to tell you guys the truth. You know why? Because you guys are watching it for yourselves. And I
That's
don't
right.
want to I don't want to influence you one way or the other because that's not fair to you, right? Like the news, I could chop up what I get and make it all positive or make it all negative based on what pieces and clips I take, right? The editing, what gets chopped up. You know, you're getting it raw. You're getting all of it.
Oh, you got the
So,
confrontation with the other side with the blue shirts that
oh
day
yeah,
and
yep.
the pink shirts. Like no TV camera caught that. You
And the
did, right?
backstory is just wild, right? The back it, the backstory is just we're privileged to that. We know the backstory. Try and explain, Kate to the Las Vegas cops.
Right.
What do
Right.
you
Yeah.
mean? Like
Who is she? Like, what is she doing? Like, yeah.
why? Right? Like just
Right.
they wouldn't get it. But
Explaining like
we're all
Tully and Mello and all that stuff. Yeah.
right. So
Oh,
again, the more that we can bring to show you guys, that's all I want. I'm happy with that because I know you guys are smart enough to come to the realization that, listen, my own opinion is probably similar to you guys. So I mean, there's some stuff that ain't right going on, and thank God and again they chose the wrong family because that they're gonna
yeah.
lose. They're gonna
No,
lose.
they got to quit. That's
Yep.
right. So, like, you've been assaulted, you've been pushed down, yelled at, you still go back for more.
Yeah.
You still get up. Yeah.
All right.
You're
It's
just as
no, it's not
strong.
all right, but I mean, listen, I signed up for that part. I got that. Like that's I can I'm still there, man. They ain't doing anything. Amateurs,
I
freaking
think, and, like,
amateurs.
and
The amateurs.
everybody in this movement is like playing their part. Like, you're on the ground. Aiden's writing great stories about it. Brian LTL is interviewing the right people. He's diversified. Mike
Yeah.
from the Young Jerks is doing. Mazda B is involved with it. And then you throw the lawyers in here, okay? Melanie Little, that will actually talk about the process of what's happening in court to people like me that really don't understand it. Is way better than the regular mainstream news.
And like again, they explain things, Melanie and Mark, in a way that I understand. Like
Right.
I get it. Like this doesn't
Yeah.
happen until this happens, and this is this. And thank you, God, for again, Mike,
Yeah.
the people that we're blessed to have on our side, like Melanie, and it's just we are blessed. And again, the picture comes back to the freaking picture. We have people in the chat like A-Rod who thinks about people like me and Aiden and thinks, listen, I'm gonna have a painting done of this and have a painting done of that. And she does, and it's on my wall. Like that, like that's just what do you put how do you put words to that?
Yeah.
Like
Just love, baby. Love.
and
Yeah.
she's on our
Well,
side.
I just think it's amazing that, for me to watch you early on, we'll call it the career or whatever, and your start, it was just for me to like convert from mainstream media because I was told there was a ring video of the actual accident happening from WBZ,
Mm-hmm.
and I believed them. I believed them, and I knew John. Like I knew John. I'm like, holy shit, no effing way.
Yep.
And then boom, this comes out, and then there you are, giving me all of it on the
You're
steps.
right on your about your friend. This is what they're
Yeah,
saying happened about.
yeah.
So you're
And
you're now you're reading the other side of it, right? And what are you thinking? No way,
I'm
no way,
I'm
no way.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And ever since then, I've been just in it to win it. And I live in Canton, which is the ironic thing about the whole thing. And like one of the witnesses lives down the end of my street, which is ironic to me. I had no idea they were friends. Like just I go by the bar rooms all the time. I see all these people that I'm like, wow, this actually worldwide story actually happened to this young lady in my town and to one of my old teammates or whatever. And this is how, and I kind of know this whole story, and and then, but to know it like how you can tell it, Shelby and Aiden and Brian and Mike and Mazza, and then have
And then on
Melanie know it.
top of it all, and then on top of it all, dude, here's Sandra Birchmore. Here's Craig Casey.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
Enrique, right? Here's Justin, right? On top of all that other stuff. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here's
so-
Fanning. Here's
Yeah.
Tully. Here's
Yeah.
Proctor. Here's what they say amongst each
And I-
other.
And I would have never known about this stuff if it wasn't for this movement of people on YouTube.
Yep.
Call it what you will, YouTube, whatever you want, YouTubers, you lot, whatever it was. But I wouldn't have known this information, even though it's available and you can get it for yourself, if it wasn't like even Eve True Crime doing her stuff,
Yeah.
having her on and watching these guests on these other shows and going, wow, I can't believe I'm watching the Young Jerks or Brian LTL or whatever, or Dr. Turtleboy. I was just like, this is crazy. Like, this is fucking nuts. And I got more and more into it, and it wasn't a conspiracy. I knew it wasn't like this, no fucking way.
No.
So, and then to have all these other things exposed about their history, what kind of people these cops were, people are talking now, reports are getting leaked. This happened to me. He did this.
Mhm.
I'm like, holy shit! This is not out of their possibilities. This is not.
You
This is
just
not
had a big
under-
party for a very, 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 very special person, and no one knew nothing about it. Did you hear anything about it? There's
Nope.
nothing, not a peep.
Nope. Dude, you're my partner, and there was not even a fucking peep. All right, so what does that tell you? I'm like,
No.
what are you doing? Where do you want to go? What? What's going?
Right.
I was like, legit. I'm like, what the fuck?
So-
I'm like, that's awesome, man. But that was cool. I just
So-
wanted to talk about it, sort out that.
Yeah,
that
and,
stuff.
and then they're gonna chase people around for fucking rubber ducks, on top of everything, Mike.
I-
Richie, poor Richie, the Canton Nine, right? They still have
Yep.
charges over their head. The judge says not guilty, and the chief says let's find something else to bang him on. Seriously?
I know. There's so many other fucking stories, right? There's so many other things. Like Meredith was part of the Canton Nine,
Yes,
and Deanna,
Yep.
right? Part of the
Deanna
Canton
Corby.
Nine.
Yep,
The Roccos.
yep.
So,
The
I mean,
nephew.
You're talking,
Young,
you're talking
just
great people,
yes.
and they're trying to hang them out to dry.
Power. We got power over you. And when
Fuck
Nick says screw you with the power, I don't care. Stick it up your rear end. I'm still gonna do what he does, and he does. They get mad. Then they send the trolls after him, and then it's this, and he's doing that, and blah blah blah, and he's just doing the right thing, like he's been doing from day one. It's so awesome to see the niceness of all these other people. We're blessed. I'm telling you,
All right, man.
it's cool.
All right. So tomorrow we're
tomorrow-
gonna get off to. All right.
Definitely
All
tomorrow.
right. I'm gonna let you close it out. I'm gonna check out. All right. The
right, bud.
dog's out.
Peace
I'll
out.
talk to you guys. All right.
Later, man. All right, everybody. That was a show, I guess. Wow. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Please like, subscribe. The chat's going pretty good, so I know the comments are working. You gotta please, guys. You gotta thank my mods. My mods are the reason that we're all here today. They're the best. I just can't say enough about them. We got stuff happening, right? What a wonderful weekend. And this Monday is not too bad, So you all are absolutely wonderful. And I promise, right? Everybody will be invited when this is all over. I promise. Just get ready. But in the meantime, you guys can meet us December 8th at the Star Drive-In. It's going to have a lot of vendors, a lot of great food, fundraiser for Karen. Try and make her Christmas, make it smile. All right, everybody. You'll definitely see me tomorrow. If you like and subscribe, you'll get the notification when I go live. Good citizen, you're a member. Thank you, Nick Knack. Member again. And thank you for asking people to hit the like button again, Nick Knack. And free flip ahead. And Shelby. Flip's got double wrenches. Yep. awesomeness. You guys are the best. I really do love you all. Yeah, Star Driving is a great place, man. Great food. I always get the big belly clams, and they're just out of this world. All right, everybody. Go to the Broken Baker's channel. He's dynamite. Tell him I sent you guys. He's awesome. Great, great guy. Love him. Broken Baker. I did the Venmos, didn't I? Let me check my Venmos. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Pam. Thank you, Pam. Good morning, Tom and Mike. A little something to help the cause. So happy you and lots more could help capturing the energy and focus for us all within the Free Can Read fundraiser Saturday. So proud and agree with Mike. Thank you, Pam. Thank you very, very much. That was the Venmo. So yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you all. And Free Can Read. And we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night, guys. Be good.